storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Fade in. It's been a week. Where's everybody been? I was changing the clock from 2:10 to 2:20. Or 10, yeah, 2:10 to 2, so we were off 10 days. We were off a week for our MWP cruise, which went excellent. So much fun that we went ahead and booked another one for next year. So watch for that. I think it's going out to the Brew crew first. We're going to cap it again. We don't want to get too big. It was a perfect number. Like sleep number. We found our sleep number. So I'm wearing green for St. Patty's Day, even though it was Friday. It was Louie's birthday yesterday, so we put Louie up here. I got the Louie coffee cup up. Louie's 5 years old. Many of you guys have remembered when I first got Louie, because we've been streaming now on Facebook for a long time. So you guys have watched Louie grow up. And Hunter. So anyway. Good morning, Eric. Hey, I went to the Rays game, man. I'm not sure about that new pitch clock thing. I wasn't too fond of it. Let's say hey to some folks here as we get things rolling. I got a lot of things to talk about. Weather-wise. What's up, James Ford? He was on our cruise. Good to meet you, man. Good morning, Danny. Freezing Pine Key. What's up? So today's officially, I've already got corrected. It's not the real first day of spring. That was a couple days ago. But anyway, today's the official first day of spring. And you know what, Louie? I was so excited I wet my plants. Bzz. What's up, Mary Cross? Good morning. Loretta Reed, good morning. What's up, Mr. Tom? Good to meet you, buddy. What's up, Joel Harrison? Katie Haley. Teresa, yes. Great times. It was an amazing week. I learned a lot. We're going to tweak things a little better for sure. Got some. Definitely going to be, the third year is going to be awesome. Already got what works, what didn't work, what to make longer, and I'll tease into that. We got 360 some days for that. But hey, what's up, Sean from Massachusetts? Wonder how Mike Tyson says Massachusetts. Erica from Cleveland met a bunch of cruise. So we were on the spring break cruise. Found my party people. I did close down the casino every night. I was proud of myself. Every night. Hanging with the college kids. Got a Joe, I do have a little link on that seafood seaweed blob, but we'll share a flip flop story later on the cruise. Katie Haley, yeah, I heard you want to come along. That'd be great. You and Greg, that's cool. So, anyway, we missed our big daily brew. This is brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Gearing up for the season. Tropical season will be here before you know it. May usually kicks off a season. We've had a lot of May tropical systems, so we're going to start talking more and more about the tropics. It's already into March, April, May, so it's going to be here before you know it. I'm doing a Hurricane Expo in Madeira Beach. I'm doing my big expo here for Oldsmar, May the 6th. So those are both on Saturday. Furman's sponsoring our Saturday Hurricane Expo here in the city of Oldsmar, which is going to be open to all kinds of folks from the northern Pinellas, Tampa, Pasco. So hopefully you get to come along. I'm going to probably do my hurricane presentation that I did on the cruise ship because it was a lot of big information on Florida. What are you doing? You're falling asleep, buddy. When you're 5 years old, man. Linda's on the water. Oh, no, Linda, I got the radar above me. We had probably the most luckiest day on Coco Cay. It was a little cold out there, but you do have some showers passing through right now. This is Florida. Florida had some rain overnight. There's a little bit left over there for Southeast right now. In fact, we can take a look at that. But anyway, our Daily Brew from ABC, we'll be talking tropics all the time, every day, every night. Streaming to you live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Hopefully soon TikTok and Instagram. So, yeah, we love them to death. We pretty much wiped them out over there at our pre-cruise party. I took a couple days off when I got off the ship. 2 days. But we love our friends at ABC here in Florida for sure. So what do I got open up here? I got a couple pictures I want to share with you. So here's our spring picture. Spring is here. I'm so excited. I wet my plants. You can share that one. That's kind of funny. So a couple quick pics from our trip, and then we're going to get right into things. So we were able to do a conference on the sea. This is what I'm going to expand a little bit more next year. It went so good. I talked for about an hour. The cool thing about these ships is they have areas like this that we can do presentations. So we're going to have an awesome hurricane presentation next year. I had a lot of fun answering questions. We're going to extend this out a little bit longer because we had a lot of people wanting questions and stuff. So this is going to be our big hurrah that we learned. Everybody seemed like but probably pushed it back an hour. It was a little early. Right, Shelly? Shelly did an awesome job. Here's our patches that she made for everybody. I'm bad. I don't wear them all the time but anyway, she did an awesome job for our cruise. So thank you, Shelly, for all that you did. A lot of work. Hopefully next year will be a little easier. But the conference went great. Also, we got to meet James Van Fleet. And he actually took a bunch of our folks on bridge tours. Next year, he's going to try to give everybody a bridge tour. Talked a lot about weather. Royal Caribbean is a big follower of our page. Most of the captains, no spaghetti models, they follow the page. Most of them live in Florida, from around the world, actually. So it's cool that they invited us up to the bridge and got to meet the captain of the ship, and that was a lot of fun. So big thanks to James Van Fleet for inviting us. Somebody mentioned seaweed. So this is kind of interesting. So I heard somebody ask James about this on our cruise, and I didn't really follow it, but there is a lot of news right now about this 5,000-mile stretch of seaweed that is nearing the Caribbean, expected to curve up towards the U.S., maybe Florida, maybe the Gulf Coast. I don't know. Ian, what's up, buddy? You got seaweed coming, man. I don't know what this is all about, but it seems real. I thought for sure it was kind of maybe fake, but now it seems to be real. This is a real satellite imagery of it on a USF website, I think, or St. Pete College. I'm not sure where I found it, but it's something brewing out there. I'm going to do a lot more homework on it, but there is seaweed coming. A ton of seaweed. Not sure what the heck it means, what it's going to do. There's a lot of articles on it. So if you're curious, Google seaweed. You'll see a bazillion articles. I'm not smart enough to talk about it yet. But maybe to warm up the water because it's darker. Darker water absorbs more sunlight. I don't know. Maybe it'll warm up the Atlantic more. I don't know. But it's coming. So I'm going to research that more for Wednesday's Daily Brew. We'll talk about the seaweed. But there is seaweed coming, the blob. If you've lived in the 50s, we have a blob of seaweed coming. I have no idea. Mike Sherman, how you doing, buddy, from California? California's so big, you guys don't measure snowfall in inches. You measure it in feet. It's been amazing, and there's more out there today. It's a continuous atmospheric river pumping in from the Pacific. The blob. Loretta Reed, right? Eek. What's up, V Flood from Spring Hill? I got buddies that live up that way. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you chiming in, man. Thank you, buddy. Eric, yeah, cold down at Fort Myers. Ian, this cold front might hit you guys down there down in the Caribbean right now. It's really deep cold front. Crazy. So there you go. Seaweed's out there. All right. So we'll talk about weather. Here's a quick look at the radar. A little bit of rain again down there in South Florida. This passed through the state. Pretty much going to be gone. Let's take a look at the windy app. This is always interesting. You can see the frontal line. There it is. So this is a great modeling map that shows you lower level winds, and you can see here that the incoming winds from a frontal line usually come in from the south. Sometimes they get disrupted, but you can see the angle of the winds coming in, and this is your frontal line. So the front technically is all the way down there past the Caymans right now, and past Belize. We have people down in Belize that are watching us. So this cold front went deep, and it's through the Bahamas now. It's got a lot of cold air. Unfortunately, we got this frost freeze line that did pan out here, and we did get some freezing temperatures, unfortunately, down in the Panhandle northward. And there's a lot of folks that already put some crops and peaches and spring and that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, this freeze might have hurt some folks. We'll see. It's going to be cold tomorrow. We still got these warnings up for tomorrow. Still going to expect some freezes in the Panhandle all the way in the upper Gulf, Louisiana, Texas, northward. So we still have a freeze all the way to the Atlantic coast and the Carolinas and Virginia tonight. So another round of cold tonight. Yuck. Oh, Eric, yeah, we don't want no rotten egg smell. I did hear that too. James, I need a lift truck. I was looking at, I already got a lift. I need a cold air intake. I'm reading up on that. Mike, it's all my fault, buddy. It's the cold weather. It's cold. It's cold. Cliff, hey, good to be back, man. We had a good time. Morning, Susan. Saharan seaweed, Joel Harrison. Kitron, how you doing down south? You should make a cruise next year, Kitron. Right. It was a good time. So anyway, we got freeze. That's tonight. As far as weather incoming, there is a little bit of storms coming. So the next few days, we have nothing. Let's leave this map up. This is our severe weather map from the Storm Prediction Center. Nothing really today. Here is Tuesday. Nothing really Tuesday. Our next frontal line comes down. It's going to be more of a horizontal front, so it's not going to make its way through the southeast that much as far as cold air goes. This is on Wednesday. But then we get to Thursday here, and you can start to see as our low comes down, there's our typical Texas, Oklahoma storms. But what's worth noting is, since we have a lot of people in the upper Gulf Coast watching, our next round of storms look like it's going to happen later in the week to watch. So we already got a SPC Day 5 outlook. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Things are warming up. Hot and cold don't mix. We get that inflow from the Gulf, and we get storms, eruptions. Wasn't that Van Halen album? Eruption. Oh, man. Steve, it was 34 in Pensacola. I bet you there was areas around you that were 32. Betcha. Hey, Ryan Connolly just asked a great question. Long range forecast southeast. It's warming up. Hey, Steve Clayton, great comment. He said he was in St. Croix Thursday. Interesting you say that. I saw a picture from the Caribbean. I didn't know if it was this time around or not, but there was a pretty amazing picture showing some seaweed encroaching some boats, and it definitely, if it was recent, it's a lot of seaweed. So I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to make bigger news if NASA's tracking it and it's as big as they say they are, twice the size of the U.S. But I don't know. I get careful on headlines, especially when they say they can invade our Florida beaches. I just don't know enough about it right now to make those posts. So all I know is there is seaweed. It's official. We got seaweed. By the way, here's some of my stickers. A few of these were floating around the ship. Paul is looking forward to having coffee without a heated blanket. I hear you. So here's the storms on Friday. So that's touching the Gulf Coast. We'll see. Could be some storms to watch. Looks like it peters out into the weekend. So they're not mentioning too much yet. Supercells, I don't know. I was looking for it on some maps. And, man, how about Atlanta? It was so cold, man. NASCAR's had no luck this year, man. It was in the 30s and 40s up there, too, this weekend. But it was pretty cool racing. My boy Brad Kozlowski almost won. I like Brad. So there's your little bit of energy. I don't know. It's definitely showing up. This is later in the week. There's your line. This is on Friday evening. Friday evening, we could see a little kink in the jet stream putting up some storms. So this is the area to watch. This little guy right here, we'll keep an eye on this Friday afternoon, Friday night. If you're living along the upper Gulf Coast. Could have impacts if you live along the upper Gulf Coast. So our ship had the grease play on it. And Sarah loves grease, so. She was sitting 2 rows down. And that one song, "You're the One That I Want." Woo, woo, woo. And she laughs at me every time I do that. So now when the song came on, she turned around and was like laughing and cheering, So it was a lot of fun. Summer loving. Hey, speaking of summer, did you guys see my new shirt? So I actually put a link up here. Since now we don't have a cruise link, there's a link to the new gear. Everybody wanted me to, not everybody, but a lot of folks were, saying, less cartoons. So I came up with my buddy Dusty here. We came up with a real cool, I wanted a summer vibe. So we got the wave, we got the palm tree, established 2004. It's got the old retro look. So the new design is out officially for the first day of spring. Already sold some. Got some cool colors. Check it out. This peach one's pretty cool. It's peachy. I like it. So anyway, the link's on the page. And if you're a Brew Crew member, you get discounts. Make sure you look it up in the guides there or somewhere. Shelly has it somewhere. 6 million tons of seaweed. Michael, you keeping track of that seaweed down there in Key West? I hope it's not true. Jenny, I have no idea. May, that seems like a long way away. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to stick around or not. I don't know enough about it. I don't know. I'm sure they're keeping their mouth quiet about it because they don't want to, scare people from coming. But if it's coming, it's coming. It's hard to deny it. Let's just get through spring break. But anyway, so yeah, there's a new shirt. We're going to have our 2023 season shirt coming out soon too. Everybody likes those. All right, so coming up here weather-wise, so we do have a warm-up coming, okay? If you want to know long-range weather, good site here, tropicaltidbits.com. if you go to climate and do CFS weekly, kind of gives you a hint. Go down to thermodynamics, 2-day averages. This kind of gives you the idea. So leaning towards next week. Let's see if it's up yet. March 26th. Yeah. So we do have a warm-up coming. This part of the country is warming up. Boom. This Mike Sherman side, no. Yes. So we got a big warm-up coming in the next few weeks here in the southeast. And we're going to be above average. This is all the way into April 2nd. So this is about, 3-4 degrees Celsius above normal. Above normal. Right now we're way below normal. So whatever normal is, not me, obviously. We're going to be above normal through the first part of April. Now there is signs we could see a little bit of shift in the middle of April, first part of April here. maybe one more cool down. Maybe middle April. So as far as this goes, if you believe in these long range maps, we're going to have a 2 to 3 week window here of this thing's warming up. And then you can click back over to here to GFS and we can hit anomalies here. And this will kind of show you, this is a really good graphic where we're at right now. So this is where we're at right now. This is a big blob of cold air. This is your temperature anomalies. Hey, Michelle sent stars. We haven't had stars in a long time. Oh, you lost a peacock, Michelle. You kidding me? Thanks, Mike, on the shirt, man. Yeah, I think it's a good shirt. I don't think it'll be a good cruising shirt. Thank you, Lori Rye. How's Bermuda doing? I'd love to cruise to Bermuda. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Got to get the key. Yes. So here, this is a great map. I love the colors. It's hard to understand. I didn't even know these colors meant a while back. I'll be honest with you. One thing about Mike's weather page, it's been a slow growth of information for me. I mean, everybody knows I'm not an official meteorologist. I never act like I am, obviously. But I do learn a lot, and I did go to college. So, I mean, my brain is still functioning well, and I learned a lot. And actually, I got to sit down with James for a couple hours one morning on the ship, drinking coffee, and I got one witness. My buddy Jeff was there, but we talked a lot of in-depth stuff about weather, and I've learned a lot. For sure. All right, so here's the cool anomaly map. This kind of shows you the temperatures, what we got right now. This mean line is white right here. Anything below that is colder than normal. Everything above it is above normal. But you can see right here that as we enter the week here, 21st, as we enter Wednesday, we're already almost back to normal. But look at this big old plume of heat dome action coming on Thursday. This is why we got storms coming. Hot and cold don't mix. So we're going to have hot out in front of this frontal line. But this blob of heat is going to make the southeast for the weekend. Check this out. This is Thursday. Look at this. Temperature is above normal by the weekend. So we should be back to normal. And this pattern is just going to remain. Now, here's that sign. We could see a little cold snap, maybe, maybe first part of April. I don't know if I believe that or not. Oh, you never know. This is actually showing a cold snap. But the GFS you got to watch. See? Oh, it's March 12th. Let's go to the Euro. Euro's a little bit more believable. Here's Friday. Okay, so here's that heat coming in. So this is where we're at now. Big old purple and blue means we're below normal. Here comes the heat. And by the weekend, boom. The heat is back. And look how hot it is in Pennsylvania and West Virginia. And my goodness, 10 degrees plus above normal. That's hot. Let's look at some real temperatures here in a minute. Out west is going to be cold. I sang karaoke on the ship, by the way. Family tradition. Anybody see that? Big shout out to my buddy Jason Sutton. Furman sponsored a big part of our cruise and gave everybody some very nice beach towels. Cost a lot of money. It was a pain in the you-know-what to Shelly because she got 3 big old boxes of towels. But everybody got one. They were awesome. All right, so Euro, not really showing that cold front. So you can't go past 10 days. Forget about it. The GFS, forget about it. So anyway, all the way to 10 days on the Euro, we're showing warmer temperatures, Mississippi, eastward. So could the cold snap be gone until April? We'll see. But anyways, for the next week at least, looks warm. All right. Let's look at the eastern U.S. here and take a look at temperatures because it looks like Pennsylvania is going to be hot this weekend. All right. So here's tomorrow. Unfortunately, more the same. 30s down in the Panhandle. Low 40s down in Florida again tomorrow. It might even be colder tomorrow for some folks. It might be 48 down in Naples tomorrow morning. 30s for the Big Bend area, Apalachicola. You ever been to Apalachicola? They actually have a little sponsored box on our page here. Let me see if I can have them pop up here. All these great supporters on my page. I love them to death. Here we are. Apalachicola.org. AppalachiaBay.org. Great supporters of our page. And that whole awesome area up there in the Panhandle. We love them. Hey, Will Parker. Look at that, man. Appreciate the supporter, man. We'll get your address. We'll mail you a shirt, buddy. We got shirts for Cat 5s. Oh, Tom, thank you. Yeah, Sarah loved to sing. We're gonna eliminate the Cat 3 option. We're gonna focus on Cat 1s, Cat 5s this year. Cat 5s are gonna, you get a lot of perks. The coolest thing I'm gonna do this year is we're gonna be doing a lot more community. Well, that's the site that I use, but we're gonna be texting stuff to fans that want to be texted. So the cool thing is when I send out these texts, you'll get alerts like when there's a new blob, when there's a new yellow area of interest, when there's a new named storm. I'll be texting when we're doing special lives at night or special lives on the weekends that aren't normally broadcast, and working on these little quicker videos. We did them last year a lot, and they went really good. They were shorter, under 10-minute videos, 5 to 8 minutes. And I usually text out when I do one of those, that way so you can watch it right away. So it's all worth it. People always ask, what they can do. But anyway, Apalachicola. Love that area for sure. All right, so let's look at this heat temperatures back to Euro. So we're going to have some cold weather, but here comes the heat. Watch it. And let's see, maybe by the weekend. So you're not really showing it. See, above normal doesn't mean that much above normal. But as far as Thursday goes, could be in the 70s in Pennsylvania. That might be above normal. Going to be back to 86. Oh, my God. Texas. Might have hundreds in lower Texas by Thursday. Wow. Look at that. Look at, holy cow. We're going to have upper 80s Thursday. So you talk about a warm-up. Jeez, look at that. 87. So if you're tired of the cold, guess what? By Thursday, we have, oh my gosh, oh my God, oh my God, look at this. This is the first time I've seen this all year. Widespread 90s across Florida. This is on Friday, actually. Wow. Oh my, I just sound like Santa Claus. Oh. So fast warm up coming. So if you're tired of the cold, it's gonna, our temperature dropped from 90 to 45 like it saw a state trooper. You know what's gonna happen on Thursday? The state trooper's gonna pull off the interstate, and guess what? We're ramping back up to 90. Isn't that crazy when you get a sheriff or a highway patrol on the highway, everybody just stops and it's like nobody wants to pass. I'd love to be a cop and just watch in the mirror and just see everybody's anxiety, like, like, oh, come on, you can do it. It's like they do with the fishing line with the dollar bill. It's like, oh. I did pass the sheriff one time in Hillsborough County. He didn't laugh about it. He gave me a ticket. It was Sunday morning. Jeez, crackers. Got 3 girls in the car. We're eating Starbucks or Dunkin', and I'm like, whatever. I didn't see the guy. I'm like, come on, man. It's Sunday morning. You really going to give me a ticket? He gave me a ticket. I'm like, really? I'm one of the good guys, man. I thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Anyway, get off my soapbox. So anyway, warm-up coming. All right, so we're going to be in the 90s on Thursday. Let's look at rainfall for fun. We can already start looking at weekend plans. So we know storms are coming up for golf on Thursday or Friday to watch. This is Friday. This little area right here on Friday. We're going to watch that. That's actually says Friday right there, if you didn't know. But anyway, there's our storm line. A little bit of kink in the jet stream. Low pressure up here in the Great Lakes region there. You can see low pressure. Maybe a little bit of storms extended Friday into Saturday there along the Appalachians. Could be windy, yes. Let's take a look at the winds. You got anybody up there camping or anything, you're going to want to watch out. We could have some winds. There's our storm. Yeah, it could be windy. Look at that. This is Saturday. So look at that. So this is winds. So as our low digs and pulls out of here, our storm's Friday here, Saturday, and then Sunday. There's Sunday winds. So, Saturday. Sorry. I'm just like, how could it be that fast? So it's Friday here and then Saturday here, obviously. Duh. So anyway, winds, if you're living along the Appalachians and the mountains, could be quite windy across Ohio, West Virginia. Could be some power outages. Heavy winds up there across the Great Lakes region. This is on Saturday. So our system pulls out of here. Let's look at weather and rain and see who's getting what. I know out west. We got some flood advisories up for out west still. None today, but tomorrow, look what's back. California got some what state's that? Arizona. That's Las Vegas, Nevada. That's Nevada. That's either New Mexico. I don't know any of these states. So Jason Aldean has a song called The Flyover States. And I'm so guilty. It's the best song on the planet. Google Flyover States because it's the forgotten states. What state is this? I don't know. I think it's New Mexico. Or is this New Mexico? Well, we got rain coming. We got rain coming east of California. So anyway, then let's look at day 3. Nothing on day 3. So we do have an atmospheric river rolling in. Day 5 rainfall totals. Nothing coming from Florida Peninsula. Next 5 days along the eastern seaboard. This is rainfall through Saturday morning. So that front that we were showing with the storms is going to dig south and pull northeast pretty quick. So there's your heavy rain here across Mississippi Valley, Ohio area. But nothing. This is your rain through the week. 7-day rainfall. About the same. So pretty dry across eastern U.S., southeast the next 7 days. Heavy out west. Heavy there along Mississippi. So not a lot of rain coming for the south. It's going to warm things up. We'll see if the Gulf warms up a little bit. Not concerned enough to be concerned. But, the Gulf anomalies are warmer than normal. And, definitely could help kickstart the tropical season a little early if the Gulf remains cool. We don't worry about out here. There's going to be a lot of hype about the Atlantic always being cool this time of year. It doesn't really matter. We're not watching storms off the Atlantic this time of year. This is very rare this time of year. We don't watch out here till like maybe July. So it doesn't really matter what temperature. It warms up so quick out there. This is where we worry about it. Homegrown, last second intensification, RI. So this is the area that we really need to be concerned about as far as strong storms. Now, the good thing is we have a lot of folks that do watch us in the Lesser Antilles and the ABC Islands, and of course Puerto Rico and Hispaniola, If we do get a El Nino setup, we could have a lot of wind shear, which is a great thing because it'll help hurricanes from becoming too strong and hopefully squash any activities. So hopefully at least this region will be shut down for the hurricane season if El Nino returns. But as I warned people, Florence was high and it missed all this year. And Michael was here. And then 2004 with Florida was all during El Nino years. So this area might shut down, which is great. But I'm really stressing the fact that we could still have homegrown last second, 3 days out. 10 storms have been 150 miles an hour plus that have hit the continental U.S. 10. 9 of those 10 were only tropical storms 3 days out. That is fascinating if you think about it. The 3 days out, storms that were Cat 4, high-end Cat 4 or Cat 5, all 4 Cat 5s that hit the United States, continental United States, all 4 were tropical storms 3 days out. So they didn't have to come from Africa to brew that strong. As a matter of fact, strong systems have a hard time maintaining intensity. So they go through cycles, they just can't. They start ingesting dry air and it's very rare to have Irma was like the last long track storm I recall. Maria was another one that popped across the Atlantic. But lately, Harvey came, Harvey was, pretty much died through here and then it reformed here over that loop current. Of course, Michael, Ida, Ian, Andrew, Dorian popped out of here and came to so you know what I'm talking about. So you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's look at weekend rains. Let's look at the weekend ahead, see what's cooking on the weekend. So we know we got this midweek front. Here it comes. Here's our little low pressure hitting California tomorrow. What was that? Sometimes that means I lost connection, but I don't think I did. So tomorrow we have Pacific low coming in. It's going to bring rainfall to the middle lower half of California and that state to the east. And then here's our midweek storms we're going to be watching right here. This is Thursday into Friday. This is going into Saturday morning. So we could have some rain down the Panhandle. Possibly Saturday morning. Here's our low digging 997 up there by Ohio. So we'll see what tail remains. This is Saturday morning. And it should fizzle out. High pressure dominating. High pressure squashing that system. So we'll see how far it goes here. We don't know yet. This would be Saturday, though, according to the Euro. So if you're worried about the weekend, we'll keep an eye on this. This is where our frontal line is going to be at 997 pressure. You can see it snow up north. Typical little system pulling up on out of here. And we'll see if there's anything remaining for the weekend. Doesn't look like much if there is. And then on the GFS, we'll take a look. Hey, by the way, I got to show you an ABC. I can't show it to you, I don't think. I don't want to get in trouble. But listen, all you got to do if you're an ABC Fine Wine and Spirits fan and you live in Florida, they're giving away Kenny Chesney tickets. Like, those are golden, right? So look for ABC on Twitter and Facebook, and they got details on how to win Kenny Chesney tickets. But you got to live in Florida, I assume. But Kenny Chesney tickets, man, that's like the best. All right, so here's the rain. This is what's coming. Here's those storms on Friday right here. Boom, this is on the GFS. Boom, there they are, Friday. Here's our low Saturday morning. Same spot over Ohio, 994. There's our line. We'll see if there's anything left. So they're both showing light rain chances, maybe Saturday. And you know what? You can always go to my favorite link on the page and type up your address. And I will type up Oldsmar just for fun. And we'll see the long-range discussion. Nothing yet. They're not even showing it. But you could get some sprinkles. But they're not showing it. So look at this. Nothing. So tomorrow's low is 47. Tuesday's low is 58. Wednesday, 62. Thursday, 63. Friday low, 69. And that's the day we're going to have the 90s. So things are warming up quick. Woo! Danielle, big storm in the Northeast this weekend. Kind of chance. I don't think it's gonna be big. But depends on what you define Northeast. Let's take a look for you, since I love new people and I love questions. So basically, there's a low pressure frontal line, and on Friday, it's going to be setting up here. And here's the euro. So, I mean, I don't know. The low's way over here in Michigan. I mean, it's not a big storm. Now, Maine, maybe some snow. A little piece breaks off. I guess we get a little bit there. But, I mean, so here's Saturday. Little mix of rain and snow. Not a lot showing up. Sunday morning, it's out of here for most folks. A little bit of lingering snow, New York northward. Of course, Maine, obviously. You guys are used to snow, but nothing significant yet. I mean, nothing to call it big. Here's Saturday on the GFS. It's going to be windy in this area. 987 low. Very windy here across this low pressure area for Saturday. 987. And it converts to snow. You got to remember, this is so cool how this all happens. But here is Saturday evening. God darn it, the thing's stick. I hate this slider bar. Boom, right here. Stay. So what's cool about watching how this stuff works, there's our low. Well, it starts wrapping in some cold attic air. And then we get the snow rolling in. So, yeah, New York North, it looks like we could see some developing snow. But, we'll have to see how big it is. But windy, yeah. Both Euro and GFS are showing that this low is going to pull out of here and be a kind of windy mess Saturday. So let's look at that. Here's Saturday afternoon. There's your low. There's your winds. Across the valley there, or whatever you call it up there. Got a secondary low popping off here off the coast. So our thing splits. We're doing like the banana split here. We're getting a little low off the coast, but I don't know. Nothing to hype yet. How about that? But it could be windy and rainy and snowy depending on what part of the area you live at. So, but there you go. I don't know. What else? I'm going to do some snow chasing, Joel. Yes. Yes, there is GFS, I don't buy the GFS, but there are signs that April could cool down a little bit. I mean, the GFS is always showing, March 31st, 11 days from now. But the overall pattern shows that we could see a little bit more. It's still loading 0018Z. The overall pattern is showing that we could see maybe one more cold front that's significant. Maybe. Anyway. So anyway else, that's about it. So yeah, GFS lows 11-day forecast. All right, what else are we cooking? So anyway, the cruise was great, everybody. It was so much fun. We're going to talk a little bit about it every trip. I want to share my flip-flop story Wednesday, if I remember, because yes, I did lose not one, but BOGO. I like saying BOGO. Lost both flip-flops. I'll tell you a funny story on that one. And, yeah. Cool beans, right? Right. Rock and roll. All right, well, I'm going to cut it out of here. What about that dude, Josh Williams? Any NASCAR fans see the guy that parked the car in the front straightaway line? The pitch clock in baseball, I don't know, man. Emily didn't like it. I didn't like it. In person, we didn't like it. Because you turn, you talk, next thing you know, you throw a pitch. The rushing of the game was not a fan of mine. I agree. It's not for some people. I like it. That's fine. TV, it might be awesome. I haven't watched a game yet, but we were at the Rays game. It was 2 hours long, and we went to take a potty break. Got a pizza and got Sarah ice cream. I swear we lost an inning and a half. And the way the prices are for a family of 4, you're going from a 3-hour game to a 2-hour game. It's going hard. Not for me. I'll go, but I'm telling you, I don't think in person it's going to be for everybody. But maybe so. Maybe they're trying to attract a new crowd. But yeah, Shelly, he's a hero. Denny Hamlin's going to pay his fine. NASCAR Texas actually bragged about him, so people liking it. It's Mike East, Josh Williams, me too. I liked his team. I think it's DGR or something. I don't even know. Let's go to Twitter and see. It probably popped in my feed now that I'm liking him. But Mike Joy. But anyway, I don't know. It's on there. Just Google NASCAR and you'll see what I'm talking about. It was pretty awesome. So Katie Haley, we missed everybody. Hey Howard, how's it going, buddy? Lisa Reed. All right, so hey, we're gonna be back live Wednesday. I love doing these, you know that. We're gonna be doing them all year long, thanks to our good friends at ABC, Fine Wine and Spirits, and I think we got a couple new supporters we're going to be excited about. We got a roofing company that we always believe in supporting companies that support, storm-related stuff. So it's going to be a great season ahead. I'm going to be expanding more into these 1-minute reels that are so popular on all 5 platforms. So that's going to be the goal. I'm working on a weather. Weather unit, what do you call? I don't know what you call it. It was a weather station on my truck. I bought the foldable hinge today. So I'm going to be mounting a portable weather station on the truck. That should link Wi-Fi, which means you should be able to get weather data from where I'm storm chasing from, meaning pressure, winds, rainfall, all that good stuff. So that's my goal, is to have a pop-up weather station on the old truck. Ding dong. Want to watch it grow? So I'm going to be working on that. I got to finish taxes. And Emily hopefully gets to play softball this week if her toe doesn't hurt. And we got a big tournament this weekend and the following weekend. And we got a couple Hurricane Expos coming up I'm excited about. It'll be great. Got big things coming with Louie hopefully down the road with some with some alcohol, maybe. Shh, don't talk. Anyway. All right. Cool beans. We'll see everybody Wednesday for the Daily Brew. Remember, 9:19 every day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then May 15th, we go every day. Unless we don't. Tom, I'll be sharing it for you, buddy. Soon. I think it's weather. I got the box in the garage. Let me go get it. Shh, don't tell nobody. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. It is a ta-da! So I'm gonna have a special code. Phil's got his up and running. He loves it. Mine, I don't know if yours still works, Shelly, but mine broke. It says -40. Look, and I can't get it to work. So it's perfect timing. Look, I'm stuck at -40. So if it works good, Shelly, I'll get you one, because she has the same one I got. This one is a little more user-friendly, app-friendly, and it connects to a wide network of users. So just be patient, and I'll give everybody the code soon. And this is going to be mounted on my truck. I can't wait. So, cool beans. All right, see everybody Wednesday. All right, have a great day. Cheers.